Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Healthy Goals Wednesdays. So, today we're going to be demonstrating making yogurt. I started my yogurt and I filmed mine. So, I'm going to show you after Gail does her beginning of her yogurt. I'm going to show you what I filmed of what I did today because I'll be putting a video out tomorrow on the whole process of how I'm making my yogurt. And Gail will be putting a video out in the next day or two as well on her whole process. So anyways, we wanted to share this with you. And then after we're all done with showing you the beginning parts of what we're doing to make our yogurt, we'll get back on with everybody and answer questions and talk about some of the important things and stuff that you may or may not already know.
Yeah. And we have a big announcement. After we finish making our yogurt, we have a big announcement of something that's coming up. So don't let us forget to do that later.
So welcome, everybody. Welcome in. I hope you've been drinking your water and staying busy and moving your bodies and becoming healthier. And so should we get started, Gail?
Sure. Right. And I am actually filming mine at the same time of doing this live. So my phone is actually set up right over there. So hi, this is Gail with Gail's Health Journey. And today I'm going to be making homemade yogurt. I'm going to be using this Organic Valley grass-fed milk. It's USDA organic, and the grass-fed milk, they actually sell this at Walmart. It's actually healthier for you. And these cows are not fed grain at all. They're fed completely grass started and grass finished. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the lid. And I've already cleaned and sanitized the, and I'm going to open up this. I'm going to open up my milk. And I'm going to use the whole entire half gallon. If you had a bigger crock pot, you could probably do a double batch. So I'm just going to pour this whole thing in there. Make sure we get every drop. Okay, there we go. All right, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on it. And I'm going to turn it on to low. Now, at this point, I'm going to set my timer for 2.5 hours, which is 150 minutes. I'm going to go over to the microwave and do that real quick. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing over here. It won't let me do it that long. Okay. It won't let me set it for that long. Anyway, okay, I set it for an hour. And then after this is over, I'll set it for another hour and a half. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've poured in the milk, which the reason to get the grass-fed milk is that it has more K2 in it, and that's from the cows eating grass. So you plug it in, you put it on low, you set your timer, and let me show you something real quick. Okay, so I ended up getting the Chobani yogurt, the plain, and if you have to look on it really close, but right there it says it has active and live cultures. So after my 2.5 hours, I will sit this on the counter and let it get room temperature. That way it's not cold when I mix it with the milk. Okay? Now, I've never done this before, so if I tell you everything wrong, I'm so sorry. Okay, so after this, the milk warms up for 2.5 hours. Then I'm going to let the milk cool to 110 degrees, according to Heather. And that is when I will add in the Greek yogurt. And it will be room temperature. And then I will plug it in and it will ferment for 12 to 18 hours. The longer you let it ferment, the more of the lactose that gets out of it, basically. So you're going to strain off the whey. You could do a yogurt strainer. You could do coffee filters, or you could use a cheesecloth. And I'm going to use the cheesecloth because that's what I have. Okay. So then the next day you're going to wake up. You're going to see if it's a consistency you want it to be. You don't want to add anything but the milk and the active live cultures. If you already had a yogurt batch, you could use some from that. But since I don't, I had to buy it from the store. But you don't want to add anything extra to it because that will mess with the fermenting process. So, but after it's done and it's chilled for a while and it's the consistency that you want, then you can add berries. You can add some protein powder in it, some vanilla extract, and things like that. I'm checking everything to make sure I got everything. It will keep in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. And when you strain off the whey, you can use the whey that's left over to make ricotta cheese. So if you're interested in that, you can use it to make ricotta cheese. If not, you can actually pour that into your dog's bowl and your dog can actually have the whey and they like it. You can put it in with their food. So that's basically what I have to say about the yogurt. I will come back tomorrow on my video and show you what it looks like. The end.
Good job. Excellent. Sorry, guys. I was just being quiet so that Gail could get a little filming in because we want to be able to have a full-length video on our yogurt process. And so whey, yes, you can make some cheeses with it. You can add it to different soups and recipes that you're making. It just adds more. It's good for you. You know, if you don't want to eat it, you can give it to your animals or you can put it on your gardens and stuff like that. Like, just don't pour it down the drain. Don't waste it. Utilize it for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no way.
No way. Don't throw away your whey.
Right. And so Gail's using a crock pot here, and in mine, I'm using an Instapot. You can also use a kettle. So there's various ways you can do it. There's a lot of different ways you can make your yogurt. Everybody's kind of got a little bit of a different thing that they're doing. So you got to find what works best for you. So now I'm going to try to show you guys a video of what I did earlier for my yogurt in my Instant Pot. That word is so weird to me.
Instapot.
Instapot. And I probably sound like a goofball. I don't know. I hate listening to myself on video. Hopefully you guys don't. But anyways.
I can feel the warmth of the crock pot next to me.
We're going to be making some homemade yogurt in an Instant Pot. So first thing you'll want to do is get half a gallon of milk, whole milk, organic whole milk, or if you milk any animals on your farm or farm fresh whole milk is best to use. You also want to get some activated live yogurt culture, whatever brand that you can find in your store. Again, you'll only need to use this one time in your first original batch. If you're making yogurt on a weekly basis, you're just going to keep some of the yogurt that you made set aside for each week when you make a new batch of yogurt with your whole milk. You'll also need to use for that live cultured yogurt 2 to 3 tablespoons when we get to that point. So first of all, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to plug the Instapot. You don't have to have an Instapot. You can do it in a crock pot or on a stove. I do believe that there's some bread machines that have a yogurt function button on them. So you're going to want to make sure that everything is very sterile and clean. So hot boiling water, just to make sure that you don't have any extra things in there that you don't want in your yogurt. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to add right inside our clean pot is half a gallon of whole milk. This might take just a little minute. Hold on, I go ahead and just take this lid off. And I'm going to toss it in the sink so it can be sterilized for a later use. There we go. Same with my jar. It'll be washed immediately. Okay, so the next what we're going to do is we're going to place, it's just the milk right now. We're going to place the lid on. And we're going to push the yogurt function until it says boil. Boil right there. So I'm just going to leave that right now. So right now it's going to boil, and then we're going to come back and we're going to skim the top of the milk. And it'll beep in 30 minutes when it's done through the boiling process, and I'll bring you back and show you what that's like. So, hello, welcome. Whoop. So, there's the beginning part of that. Could you guys see it okay? I can't hear you, Gail.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, is there something wrong?
Trying to be quiet. I was trying to be quiet while your video was playing.
Oh, okay. So that's the beginning part. I am filming the whole process. Okay, good. I'm filming the whole process so the video will come out. I just wanted to make sure that you guys could see the whole process of how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, one more thing I forgot to mention. After I add the active live cultures in here, you can actually cover it with a towel to keep the temperature more stable to help with the fermentation process. I did see that in several videos I watched.
Yeah.
So I believe I will be doing that step.
Yeah. So after it's all completed, sometimes you have to put them in cheesecloth or some kind of a cloth to strain out the whey. It just depends what you're making and how thick it gets and how thick you want it. So the more whey you strain out of it, the thicker the consistency is going to be. It's not going to be like your store-bought stuff, you know, not anyways, but there's a lot of things that you can do to it to make it thicker. Like what was that we talked about, the little black pelleted things? What are those called? I lost it. Anyways, but there's things that you can do. You can add honey to it after you put it in your dish. You don't want to add it while you're making it, anything. Just the milk and the activated culture. So anyways, but yeah, I'll show you that whole process in a video. And Gail's working, yeah, chia seeds. You can, you know, put chia seeds if you want to have it thicker, and they're good for you. So anyways, so I'll go through the video with all the you know, what's and what's nots. But you don't have to keep going to the store and buying that. So you could measure out 2 to 3, depending on what you want to use, 2 or 3 tablespoons of the activated live culture and put it in the freezer. And you can keep it in the freezer for like 3 months.
Oh, you can keep it in the freezer. It doesn't have to go in the fridge.
Yeah, you can put it in the freezer, and you can also freeze dry it as well. So I'll be doing a video after the yogurt video on freeze drying the yogurt.
Hi, Jamie.
Anyways, but so yeah, you can put, you know, because you have that container and you're not using that whole container of your live culture, right? So you can take it and put it in something else, freezer bags or whatever you've got, freezer containers, and 2 or 3 tablespoon amounts, and then you can pull that out. But you don't have to do that at all if you're going to be making yogurt every week. You just save 2 or 3 tablespoons out of your finished product to make your next batch. All you would need is your 2 or 3 tablespoons out of your yogurt and your half gallon of milk. So there's
cool.
that. Yeah.
I can't wait to try it tomorrow.
Yeah. And so there's all kinds of, I have got these little yogurt glass containers that have a little lid on it, and they're just like the perfect little size. So you
I actually just bought myself a brand new box of Pyrex glass containers, just to kind of get some of that plastic stuff out of our house. I'm actually going to throw it away or maybe use it for something you're not really eating, and stuff like that. So that's what what I'm trying to do.
Right. So why homemade yogurt? Why not just go to the store? I think everybody in here knows why. But what do you got an answer for? Say it in chat. Why would you make homemade yogurt versus just go to the store and get it?
Good question. Very good question. I want to see what their answers are.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, and then I thought, no, I'll ask everybody else.
Yeah, ask the chat, and then after I can answer some of my answers and some of yours, and you can answer.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the person.
Oh yes, you are the person who brings the things up. Ariel said because you know what's in it. Yes. Which Pyrex did I get?
I got a set from Walmart. Well, it's been about a year and a half
ago.
Well,
it could be that the Pyrex was sitting on the shelf before the company was sold. Because I'm in a small town, maybe not everything is sold. So I think it was Pyrex. Maybe it was that other brand. What's the other brand?
I would like to know what is in it and what I want. And there are recipes where you can make it with different types of milks. So lactose intolerant, the different milks that you make. You'll have to watch some videos because there might be a little
specific videos to that because I've not actually tried that.
But yeah, there are ways that you can make it totally dairy free. Yeah, there's options.
My answer is because the companies add too much cane sugar, additives, bioengineered ingredients, chemical made flavorings, even chemical made nutrients. They do things when you strain your milk to take out the fat, you're also taking out the omega-3s, which is the stuff you need. That's your vitamins. You don't want them to take out the part that you need. So I am normally semi-lactose intolerant. So let's see how this straining the whey and taking the lactose out, let's see how all that works with me. Because I think if you get grass-fed milk, possibly, and I'll be the tester, if you get the grass-fed milk, it won't bother you so bad because you're taking out the part.
Remember the nursery rhyme? Eating your curds and whey?
Eating your curds and whey.
Yes, exactly. So I've got some notes on it as well. Homemade yogurt offers benefits like better gut health through probiotics. It improves gut health by having protein, calcium, and vitamins. It's cost saving, reduced environmental impact, control over ingredients, so you have the control.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Eric. Um, let's see what else. Um, it'll help improve skin health. It may help with acne and a few other things, just to name a few things. Life cultures help enhance probiotics for better gut health and digestion. So there's B vitamins, phosphorus, amino acids, calcium, protein. And once your yogurt is finished, you can add anything you want to. You can add some honey, you can add some low sugar jellies or jams. I say low sugar because I try to do low sugar homemade.
Mm-hmm.
Do the best you can, right?
Nuts and chia seeds.
Nuts, chia seeds.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it into a dip where you dip. Yeah, you can add dried fruit. You could dip strawberries into it, or whatever. You can make. There's dips that you
Smoothies.
can make
You can add
veggies.
smoothies and protein shakes.
Yep. So there's lots of things that you can do with it. You can cook with it. Flaxseed. Yeah, you can add. I mean, the sky's the limit. Whatever flavors you like, you can add to your honey after it's done being processed.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I say that. So, what else do you got?
You summed it up pretty well there, Miss Heather.
Does anybody else have anything else? And I would like to hear on the next Healthy Goals Wednesday if you guys tried making, if you made some yogurt.
I know that Jan has made yogurt in the Instapot before.
Yep, and that's what I'm doing today. I used to make it on the stove, but then my daughter bought me Instapot, so I do that anyways. But yeah, so it's good.
I think next time I'm going to try it in the Instapot. But I wanted to try the videos I happened to watch were in the crock pot, so I decided to do it that way.
So yeah, the better. I mean, if you can only get whole milk at the store, use the whole milk. But if you can get organic whole milk, even better. If you can go to a farmer's market and get cow's milk, much, much more better. If you can milk your animal, even that's like the best, in my opinion.
But even the regular whole milk is better than buying it because you're not getting all that extra ingredients and additives
and all that, extra that you don't need the extra. I mean, it's basically whatever's in the live culture. And if you keep your yogurt, hi, welcome in. If you use the yogurt when your yogurt's done, it's now minimizing the stuff that you bought from the store because does that make sense? So you're not adding store stuff every time you do it. You're using the stuff that you got. So
yeah. If you keep it going,
product.
And if you eat yogurt all the time, making your own yogurt could save you about $450 per year. So, if you're an active eater of yogurt, and it's something I try to follow because I need the protein, and meat and eggs and dairy are good protein for you. So I want to keep, and I think I'm going to love this because I know I made my very first pumpkin pie this year out of my own pumpkins. And I don't even like pumpkin pie. I actually made it more for my husband, but it was so, so good. And it was worth the hours that I put into it. And it did take hours, but it was really good.
Right. So Carol put up that and that's a good. Carol, maybe you want to make a yogurt video.
Yeah, you should. You should make a yogurt video.
So that way people have different options. I mean, I know there's tons of videos out there, but maybe it's more helpful when it's somebody that you kind of know, versus like strange people that made it like 5 years ago or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I watched about 5 or 6 videos. And then I ended up going with the video by Autumn Bates, which is a nutritionist, which is one of the people that I follow. So I ended up following her instruction.
Yeah. So that's what we're working on, and I think it's good. I think you'll like it. I mean, once you figure out what system you want to use, you just get used to it and you put it on your schedule. Today's the day that I'm gonna need to make yogurt again.
Yeah. Today, my first Thrive order went out, and I will be getting my first Thrive order on Friday. So I am going to be making a video on what I get, and just part of the process of trying to eat healthier and getting things with better ingredients and buying better ingredients to make things homemade. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yep, exactly. And so last week on Healthy Goals Wednesday, I text Gail during the live, "Hey Gail, guess what we're doing next week?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay."
Yeah, and I already had the milk because I was going to make homemade pudding. So what I did was I just used the milk for the yogurt, and next time I go back to the store, I'll get some to make my pudding. So that was on my list too.
So instead of saying, "Hey Gail, guess what we're doing next week?" I texted her instead this time.
Yeah. Well, the boxes of the instant pudding, a lot of those have bioengineered ingredient, lots and lots of sugar, and a lot of emulsifiers and things like that mess with your gut bacteria. And one of the best ways to lose weight is to try to heal your gut. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, and so
I use a lot of almond milk myself, but there may be videos on making it with almond milk, but I know anytime I've ever tried to make pudding with almond milk, it was never successful.
Yeah, it doesn't set up.
But there's probably videos. There's probably some people who know how to do it right, but it never worked. It never worked for pudding. So I would usually just buy regular milk when I was making pudding for hubby. He prefers pudding. I like pudding and Jell-O. He prefers pudding. So that's on my list of recipes to do is homemade pudding, homemade Alfredo sauce, homemade spaghetti sauce, and homemade red enchilada sauce, and homemade tortillas. I got a long list. I got a long year ahead of me.
My favorite pudding is tapioca.
Is that the one with rice in it?
It's kind of like a rice thingy. They have little, I don't know, they have little things where you can make it instead of buying it already made. But I would like to explore making my own more scratch made because it's delicious.
Yeah, I wonder how hard it would be to make your own pistachio pudding.
Oh yeah.
No, I should have put my apron on. I forgot to put my apron on today. Darn.
I did in the video. Well, I didn't show myself in the video. I had an apron on in the video, but
when I finish the video, though, I can go put one of my aprons on to do the rest of the video because I'll be filming some more. I'm going to actually be up late tonight.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, pistachio pudding is my favorite. I want to make some of that. How do you know if your gut is bad? Well, I think if you're overweight, probably your gut.
So it might not necessarily be bad, but it needs more improvement. When you're eating processed foods, that's what does it to you.
Yeah, I feel like It's just been happening over the years of eating processed foods and bioengineered ingredients, and your body doesn't know how to process those things. I was even buying the little the little paper packets of stevia, which I found out they actually put regular sugar in that. They add regular sugar to that little packet.
Right,
They
right.
actually put like dextrose or something
I
in
mean,
it.
if you've got swelling going on in your body anywhere, like your feet,
Your
anything
legs,
like
knees.
that, I mean,
So
your gut health is the main source of healthy in your whole body. Like, it's helping to function your everything in your whole body. And when your gut isn't that healthy, you gain weight, or some people might lose a lot of weight. I mean, there's things like that.
So this one is pure stevia, and it's only stevia extract with no added stuff in it. So this is the stuff right here, pure. So this is stevia without sugar added into it. It's just stevia extract. That's it, stevia.
Mhm.
So that's
It
what you want.
also, like, if you have skin issues like rashes, um, acne, and things like that, you
Skin,
know,
psoriasis.
yeah, different things like that, having good gut health, like, is your
Mhm.
central kind of, like, operation of your whole system. So, when
Mhm.
you add fermented things and more homemade, more homegrown, more actual organic stuff in your system, your body can work a lot better digesting and, going to the bathroom and helping your joints and, like, just all the stuff.
Yeah, trying to avoid maybe taking some of the antibiotics because I had some pretty bad upper respiratory type stuff recently, and I've been trying really hard to avoid having to go to the doctor and get an antibiotic because when the antibiotic goes into your body, it kills some of your good bacteria while it's killing the bad. And
Right,
so I did have to do that once last year, but thank God I didn't have to do it twice.
right,
But
right.
that's part of healing, trying to
So,
heal my gut is to try to avoid also taking, letting the doctor give me antibiotics, trying to avoid that if I can.
yeah, so adding, like, fermented foods, you have to play around if you're not somebody who likes fermented foods.
Yeah.
Homemade, yogurt's one good way. There's kimchi, there's sauerkraut, there's all kinds of different things. Pickles, homemade pickles, and you add
Kombucha.
that, and that helps with those natural, good gut health things, building that, and it helps you fight off, illnesses, sicknesses, and all the stuff that we
Mhm.
don't want.
Yeah, I use it for
Ooh, that sounds
and
yummy.
tea,
Squeaky cheese.
coffee and tea, and actually when I go to do my yogurt, I can actually squeeze a little of this in there to add a little bit of sweetness.
Mhm.
So, and I really like it, and I've been using it for for about a month now. Kimchi, I said kombucha too. Kombucha?
Yeah, you
I've
can
never
drink
had
that.
it.
Mhm.
I've never
Add
had it,
that.
but I knew it is
Yeah.
fermented.
And you don't have to eat a whole lot of it on you make your meal and you just have a little side of just like a little tiny bit that
Mhm.
you eat, a few times a day, and just making sure that you're drinking your water. If you can add lemon in your water to help, flush some of the stuff out, and just trying to be as healthy as you can with all the stuff. I think that Linda should make some homemade kimchi. I think we should all send Jan some kimchi. I'm kidding. Uh, I love it. My son bought some from farmer's market, my older son, and he had a jar of it in there, and I ate a bite, and then like a few hours later, I'm like, he kept eating it and eating it. It was so good. Mmm, delicious.
I was watching the new Fear Factor last night, and they were like putting like they had a blender and they were putting like they had to spin that thing and they had to pick their solid ingredient. It'd be like pig ears or something, and then they would have to pick like their liquid part of the ingredient. It would be like fermented egg juice, or it'd be like blood from a cow. I mean, it'd be just really nasty stuff. And I was like, that is so gross. Ooh. But yeah, it was funny to watch other people do it. Mm.
Well, when I grew up, when I was a kid, I had a lot of Japanese and Chinese friends. And so I used to eat a lot. They would give me a lot of their foods that they were sent to school. And so I ate a lot of that stuff, and I always was like a
They
real
were
top.
probably tired of it. What did you trade your like peanut butter and jelly sandwich for whatever they were having?
No, I don't think they wanted my food.
They didn't want your food.
No.
They just
But
wanted to share it.
I just always liked top ramen and broth and
Yeah, good stuff.
so well, you guys don't have to eat kimchi. There's lots of other things. Ariella probably knows how to make a good kimchi.
Yeah, I heard Ariella may start to do cooking again when she gets into her dorm room. She's going to have a nice, big, modern kitchen that she can maybe cook in. So
Jan, it came on.
who of you guys want to hear our new announcement about what's coming up?
Yeah, what's coming up? Does anybody want to hear what's next? What we're going to be doing? Maybe we should do a fermented month or something.
I would have to like enough of the fermented foods to be able to do that. So far, I like yogurt and pickles.
Well, then you're going to make yogurt and pickles.
Yeah.
Well, you can do different things with your pickles too. You can add garlic and different stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, fermented cabbage. I like cabbage in egg rolls.
That reminds me what Jennifer said. Feed it every day. It reminds me of Seymour. Suddenly, that big plant movie, that stupid musical movie. Come on, somebody knows what I'm talking about. There was this like little nerdy guy in this. I don't know. I think she was from Brooklyn, but she was like, "Hi." Like,
Yeah.
squeaky.
I can't actually stand people with really fake voices. It like freaks me out. I would rather someone keep it real.
That one. Little Shop of Horror. That's what it was. Oh, somebody wants to know what the announcement is. Oh, the questions are coming. Ooh, now they're curious because we didn't say. Yeah. Feed me, Seymour.
So today I was talking to Heather, and we decided that we are going to do a little cooking type series, and it is going to be an addition to the Healthy Goals Wednesday, and it is going to be on Saturday. Where'd I come up with that? Thursday afternoon in the daytime. A pickled yogurt. Pickles and yogurt. how about I just get a dill pickle and just go?
Well, you
And
could just sprinkle some dill in there.
yeah, I mean, you could before you add any sweetness or anything to it, technically yogurt could make a dip, like,
Yep.
like the beans dip that you make. And I
Yep.
may even try this just to try it out, but you could just get a scoop of this and add your homemade powdered ranch dressing and make a powdered ranch dip with it.
Yeah.
So
You
there's
could.
like, it could be used to make it could be used like the sour cream sauce for enchiladas. I mean, there's a lot of things this could be used for because it's not sweetened
I
right
will
now.
stop. It's okay.
So we're going to start a cooking series, and we're going to do it on a Thursday afternoon. And I am going to be paying for StreamYard. So starting next week, Heather and I are going to be instead of going back and forth between Heather and Gail, we're both going to be going live together on Healthy Goals Wednesday. And also we're going to add an addition to that, the HGW on Thursdays, and we'll go through breakfast, lunch, and dinners of healthy, kind of quick type meals for you guys, like some ideas to take the things we've been trying to talk about and
Cooking.
actually put them into practical use. And I thought I might even ask Heather if she wants to do maybe like a snack or maybe a dessert sometime in there too. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start doing
We're going to be doing kind of the same recipe each week as each other, but we're each going to have a different twist to it so that you guys.
Today we're both making yogurt, but I'm making it in the crock pot and she's making it in the Instapot. So we might both be making a similar breakfast, but we might be putting different flavorings and toppings on it.
Just to give people different ideas, maybe inspire you to try it or get ideas from everybody else on things that they might do or do. I didn't say the do word. I often do that.
Oh,
I do.
I got my Dolly shirt on today.
Cute.
Taco vegetable soup in the crock pot. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do on Thursdays so that we can, share some stuff.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. So hopefully you guys will come and hang out with us. And if there is anyone out there who is looking to monetize their channel and would like to possibly go up with another channel to help them to get through the monetization process, send me an email to Gail's Southern Living 2026 at yahoo.com. Gail's Southern Living 2026 at yahoo.com. That's my brand new email, and I apologize if you sent one to my old email. I got a new phone, and I could not retrieve the old
I
email.
have a question for you. What do you know what size your crock pot is, Gail? She's like, huh? What I'm wondering is you put a half gallon of milk in your crock pot.
I think I could do two. I think I could have done two.
So if you got a smaller crock pot, like half that size, you think you could fit a half a gallon in a half that size crock pot?
Yeah.
So depending on what size Gail's crock pot, there you go, Ariella. But yeah, you can do that. And Linda is up after us from another time.
She's having an awesome guest tonight. Really super awesome guest. You guys are going to have to go check it out because it's Heather with Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Let's see if I can point right. Heather.
Me.
Heather's going to be on there tonight. I have no idea
What are you talking about?
size matters.
Of the crock pot.
Yeah, I actually have a small one that goes in our camper that you can use, that we use for stuff.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, so you could make a smaller batch, or in my case, I could actually make a double batch.
Yeah, you can double batch these yogurt recipes. I
Mhm.
kind of like the one half gallon. Just depends how much you eat, of yogurt.
Yeah. Well, this will be a good test to see how much we're gonna go through with it. But I think maybe hubby will probably eat some of it too. And then I think tomorrow, to go with the yogurt, I think I'm gonna make myself some granola to go with it, some homemade granola. And I've done that before. This will be my second time making homemade granola.
Yeah, granola is really good. I like with my yogurt, I like adding some granola and some berries or something.
Yeah. I
It
have
just
3 different kinds of berries right now. I have strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries in the freezer.
and by making homemade yogurt again for me will help me to eat a little bit earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Because
You
I
know,
really forgot about that.
could be your dessert, it could be your breakfast, it could be your lunch or your dinner. I mean, just whenever. If you're by yourself, hey, Ariella, she's by herself. She could have yogurt any time of the day she wants.
Yeah, and it would last her all week long,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
I
just
don't know
wait a
how
little
long
bit
it's gonna
back for your next batch, and you just have to buy another half gallon of milk once a week.
Mhm. Yeah, keep buying it.
Yeah.
I sacrificed the milk I was gonna use for the pudding for the yogurt, so but I did intend to cook, and I actually, if you see this right here on my counter, these are my recipes that I have to make. So they're basically gonna stay up there until I make the recipe, and then they're gonna go in my recipe box. So they're gonna bug me until I finish them, basically.
I thought it was funny.
I like yogurt. What's funny?
The, thumbnail Linda had, it looked like I was like, "Look, there's snow," and then there's Linda, "I'm gonna smear you."
I haven't seen it.
You gotta look.
Is it in the
That's
group chat or is it on her live,
it's on
link
the
for
live
tonight?
thumbnail for tonight.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I'm
Yeah, it was. It
excited
looks
to
like
try
she's
the
over
yogurt.
there like, I'm gonna get her right in the face, and I'm like, "Yay, snow!"
Hey, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? What are you
Oh,
having, Heather?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I was gonna put a roast in earlier, but I got carried away with doing yogurt, so
Yeah, well,
Well, I've got some chicken in the refrigerator. I'll just whip it out and cook it up real quick and add a bunch of peppers and probably cook some rice and
yeah. We pretty commonly have the cauliflower crust pizza on Wednesdays or Friday nights because it's quick and easy on
mm,
nights when I have a live. So that's what we're having tonight. We're gonna pasta. Ooh, pasta sounds dangerous. Salsa and chips, yum. I just ordered some organic salsa from Thrive Market, so I'm excited to try that.
wow, well, that sounds pretty darn healthy there.
Yum. I bet if Carol made it, it is healthy actually.
It probably is. Look
Peanut
at
butter
everybody's
toast.
already
Ooh,
eating
that
dinner.
sounds delicious. I had
Actually, too
vegetable
early.
barley soup, hummus with
It's
crackers.
only
Mm.
4:49, so
Yeah.
it's early for me. But yeah, it'll take me like 15, 20 minutes to throw dinner together and get it cooked.
So, a new thing that's happening with Wednesday nights is right now we have a train of 2 people. It's
Oh,
us,
yeah.
and then right after us is Linda with another time. we're adding one more person to this. Right before us at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Ariella Viking Venture and Victuals is going on to the lineup. So it'll start with
Oh,
Ariel,
yeah.
and
I
it'll be
do.
me, Heather, and then it'll be Linda. So there's going to be 3 of us. So we're going to be going 5, 6, and 7.
Yep, Ariella, then Healthy Goals Wednesday, and then Linda from another time. That order on Wednesdays. So
Yeah, and so starting next week, we'll both be going live. So if you have 2 devices, if you could get Heather going on one and me going on one, that would
oh,
help
yeah.
us with our watch hours. That would be super
Yeah, you
awesome.
guys won't have to unless you
Even
choose
if you
to.
put us
But
on a TV, or if you have a phone and a laptop, even put one in the other room. That would be great.
yeah,
You can
we'll be
totally,
live on both of
yeah.
our channels for a
Yeah,
while. So
that'll be fun. So that'll start next week. So yeah, don't forget, if you need watch hours, email me and maybe you can come up and do some pop-up chats with me, to whomever. Hi, Karma.
now I'm hungry.
Me too. I want some yogurt, but I won't be having yogurt till tomorrow. So
I know. Well, mine gets done at 10 p.m. and I'll be like, I don't want to eat.
I've got longer to wait than that because I started mine after you. So I got to wait till 11 and then I'll be able to let it ferment overnight, according to my calculations I made.
Yeah. So I'm
I'm
doing
gonna be up
mine
late.
for 8 hours, and the longer you let it go, the
So
more
it's better to start this earlier in the day. Just FYI, don't do what I did.
yeah, the more fermented it'll taste. So if you don't like super, super fermented, if you go longer, it'll be more fermented tasting.
Yeah, it's actually going to have more of that sour Greek yogurt flavor the longer you let it go. So just, so in the morning when I wake up, well, I guess I probably wouldn't want to try it before I strain it, right? Will that actually make you sick, Heather? Or what happens if you don't?
No, the whey, which is the liquid in there, is whey, and whey is full of so much nutrition. You can use it to make cheeses. You can pour it into your soup broth and use it for soup.
So does everybody strain their whey, or there are people that don't
It
strain their
depends
whey?
upon how, like, when you take a scoop of it out, if it seems really firm and solid, you don't need to strain it. So it
Okay.
just depends, and if it is, then what you can do is you can put it in a cheesecloth bag and tie it on the knob of your cabinet, put a bowl underneath of it, and just let it drip, hang there and drip the way out
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
make it thicker. So, ooh, look, she actually did do hers. I wonder if it's because I put the thing up yesterday, the live. Yeah, you can put it in. That's a good idea, Ariella, a smoothie, but it's really nutritional the way.
Oh, is Carol making yogurt too?
She is. She might have. Carol, did you see the thumbnail I put it or for the live? Because I actually did it a day early. Did anybody notice?
I'd put the whey into a smoothie. So people do that too. Put the whey in the smoothie.
Yeah, it's really
So
good
the
for you.
whey, the whey isn't bad for you. It just changes how thick it is, right?
Yeah. Yep.
See, I'm learning. I'm a
Yeah,
newbie.
and if you don't need to, if you can't use it right away after you strain it, just put it in a jar in the refrigerator and use it within like a week or two in a soup or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Because that's basically what's in protein powder is whey.
Yeah. Yeah.
A vegan gyro. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's exciting, Ariella. Cool. Very cool. So find out where you can get your live yogurt culture and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and it's best because you can find full fat yogurt, because full fat yogurt is really hard to find in the store. And when they take the fat out of it, they're taking out some of the nutrients that we need. So this is a great way to make a full fat version of yogurt without a bunch of sugar in it.
Yeah.
And you can add your own sweetener, honey, liquid stevia, whatever your
So yeah,
sweetener is.
Gail's video will be done in the next couple of days with her crock pot.
Mhm.
For you, Ariola, and then mine Instapot. If you don't use it right away.
Away.
Yeah, and then so mine's an Instapot version. So yes, you can do that as well, Ariella.
Yeah. No gyro for me? Well, I could probably find a way to make a gyro healthy.
Yeah, it is kind of counterintuitive, but that's what we got right now. There are ways, if you do a lot of research, to make the culture on your own. But
Yeah.
if you think about it, so you buy it from
if I make this and I save some of it, then next time I won't have to buy it. I'll have my own live culture.
right,
So
and that's the problem that we have with it too, is that we store bought it. You can also probably go online and order some yogurt live culture stuff. So you can do that as well, but also because we're gonna like keep using it from our own made yogurt, eventually it won't have, as much of the stuff that we used, the 2 or 3 tablespoons.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds weird to me too because I've never done it, but I knew that that's how you did it because I remember watching Jan do her video probably a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's cool. Yay, now you can make it. But yeah, so it'll eventually not be anything from the store. Maybe a strain.
Yeah.
Very small.
Yeah, like the grain of a mustard seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mustard seed's great-great-granddaughter.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, kind of like sourdough starter. Yep.
Yeah.
You can keep it up to 2 weeks. I prefer to use it up in 1 week in the refrigerator.
1 week, yeah.
Mhm.
We'll see. I wonder if I can eat that much. I bet it's going to be so good. I'm going to want to eat it. But tomorrow, my plan is to make another video making the granola for it. Because I actually have all the stuff I need to make the granola as well. I actually double checked that today and I was like, oh yeah.
Right.
The Greek yogurt, homemade, and the
and see if you really do like it, and remember that it's not going to be the same exact consistency as the store. It's not going to be the same exact flavor like the store. But it's
way better, right? Isn't it way better than store bought?
Oh yeah, totally way better. And if you like it, so say you like it and you eat it in the next week. Well, now every Wednesday you need to get your yogurt made for the next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool. Jamie, you need to make a yogurt video.
Yeah, you should.
Way better, Gail.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to try it. I'm excited. That was actually on my list of things I wanted to do. So now I can say, as of tomorrow, I can say I officially did it. So, and I think in the very end of the video, I'm going to show myself digging into it.
Okay, so that wraps it up. Everybody keep moving your bodies, keep drinking your water, make some yogurt, eat some yogurt, do all the things. And we'll see you next week. We'll be streaming for Healthy Goals Wednesday, both of our channels will be streaming.
And then we'll be back on Thursday to do some cooking, and we are going to be doing a Healthy Goals Wednesday breakfast item.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So head on over to Linda's channel at another time, and everybody have a wonderful week. And thank you for being here.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Gail.